Hey guys, I wanted to run some things by you here. As you may tell by some of my other videos, I'm rebuilding a 2007 Mustang GT. It's got the 4.6 3-valve. I've learned a lot about this engine due to some trial and errors, and this happens to be one of them. The cam phaser bolt on these 4.6 3-valves, and also on the 5.4, and I'm sure many other, are torque to yield bolts, meaning that they stretch once you torque them to the specifications to get the right clamping load and that type thing. So in order to cut down on having to buy those expensive bolts every time you change out things, because I've gone through a few cams, and when the phaser goes bad, that type thing, you want to change it out, then you don't have to buy this bolt again. And of course, ARP being the gold standard for bolts, I decided, well, I'll go with one of those. So I call up ARP, and ARP says that yeah, they have the bolt, and this is the correct application, and they gave me the part number 2561001, as you can see here, and anxiously awaiting. And when I received them, I looked at the bolt and noticed something really odd. As you know, the cam phasers are controlled by oil being able to get through to them and adjusting the cam timing from 0, I think it is, to 60 degrees or something like that. But I have the comp cam limiters, which of course limit mine to 20 degrees due to the cams that I have in it, the 127/650 comp cams. So got to looking at the bolt, and I noticed something really odd. Mine is the 12mm bolt, meaning that the shaft here is 12 millimeters. So I measured my old one, but the biggest difference is that this bolt is not hollow. It doesn't have the holes up here at the top, and it also is a solid bolt. As you can see here, the end is all solid. Therefore, the oil would not be able to get into the phasers and function as they should. So I called ARP and spoke with Art, and Art said, well, this is something we've been selling for quite some time, and we've never given it much thought or had any issues or had anybody call about this. So he called his research and development folks there and came back and said, absolutely, there's they'd never seen a bolt like that before, but this being a stock bolt, the one with the holes in it, the hollow bolt, they had never realized that that wasn't the correct thing. So they're going to do their best to go ahead and get one made up and get that out there for all us 3-valve engine folks. So be careful if you order ARP bolts for this cam phaser. You might end up damaging some things because they wouldn't be able to function properly for the lack of oil getting into the cam phasers and making the proper adjustments based off oil pressure, RPM, and that type thing. So just wanted to run that by you and hopefully prevent a mistake or some downtime. It's costing me a little bit of downtime now, having to reorder the correct bolts. Unfortunately, they're not going to be ARP, but it'll get me back in the build here, and I'll be returning these back to ARP. But just wanted to inform you, just in case you didn't know, that this bolt, while it will screw in and the ARP catalog says that it will fit this application, the 3 valves in particular, it will not work in there, again, as there's no way for oil to get through it, and that is one of the big things about that ARP bolt. So again, 2561001, despite it saying Ford 4.6 V8 cam sprocket bolt, it will not work for the 3 valve. It may very well work for the 2 valve, but it will not work for the 3 valve. So hope this helps. Good luck in your builds.